If you really get people's feelings out on the table, and they can be aspirational, they should be aspirational. I think that's what's going to pull you through and forwards.
Project Cox here with another $4 million strategy, the best 4 minutes of business for strategy and tactics that you could apply to your business today. Very excited to have with us Dane Groeneveld. He is the CEO of Leader. Discussion topic, strategic planning. Dane, what are some best practices that you could tell our audience?
Great to see you, Carl. For me, it's about story first. So I know with the work that you and I have done in the past, setting out a destination, where we're going, why we're going there, that's really where it starts. You don't need anything too deep. And then from there, you can work back into some pillars that people are excited about delivering. So that might be, behaviors and values in the business. It might be how we pick the customers we choose. And you make it really tangible and tactical. And then you create that opportunity for people to attach themselves to those particular pieces of work and, share in the work that's going to be done. For me, that's where strategy's been most effective and most impactful.
So how do you help create that vision a bit more? Like how do you help people see it? So it's not just words on a piece of paper.
I think it's about emotional feelings. I think that's really where it's at. So why is the world going to be a different place for the fact that we're here as a team and as a business? Who are we going to impact? Whose lives going to be better? I think if you start to do that, and what does that mean for your life? How is your workday going to feel? How are you going to feel when you tell someone at a barbecue what you do for work? If you really get people's feelings out on the table, and they can be aspirational, they should be aspirational. I think that's what's going to pull you through and forwards.
Okay, so the greatest challenge is you get the vision, you get people excited. How do you keep that excitement of the vision moving forward after after getting that excitement of putting it all together on the whiteboard, right? How do you take that next step so people go, okay, this is actually happening?
Measuring that impact, incrementally and celebrating it. Going back to say, hey, we said we were going to do this, and guess what? We did it. And how did that make you feel? Do you want more of that? What do you want less of? But really iterating through that with the team. I think that's the way you're going to keep pulling the thread and pulling that vision forwards.
Okay, so what do you typically see is the biggest challenge when designing the plan and then implementing the plan?
Execution. I mean, the reality is we've all got bigger eyes than we have stomachs, and strategy work is fun for a lot of people. It's nice once you start getting emotional to think, well, we could be here, and this is a brand I'd love to emulate, or this is how I'd like to feel when I walk in to work with a customer, or this is what I want my team members to feel and be proud of. That's really exciting. But then to actually be clear enough to say, this is the work that we can do right now, and actually do that work, that's the hard part. And I think you and I have had some good conversations around how you set out the stages of that work, and you try not to do too much at once.
Yeah, that's a big challenge. Okay, we got 30 seconds left. I'm curious from your perspective of what happens when you get it wrong, right? What do you do when one of your strategies isn't working?
I think you got to kill it and explain why. You got to move real quick, because if it just disappears and no one talks about it, then you've just lost the credibility and the legitimacy of all of the planning work that you did, and you lost a learning moment. So you've got to be like, hey guys, got it wrong. It's dead. This is what we found out. This is where we're going now. Bang. And I think that makes all the difference.
Dane, great insights. Thank you so much for being on $4 million Strategies.
Thanks, Carl. It's been fun.